Welcome to the Stacked Supplement Podcast, the premier source for supplement news and reviews.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Stack Supplement Podcast, where we run down all the top stories and exciting announcements shared on our website from the past 7 days. To kick the episode off, we're going to share some news from Bang, and I will add that we actually had a whole bunch of work and posts and content shared last week. Probably one of the busiest weeks I had. I even had to skip some flavors and developments that came up just purely because we didn't have the time. We were pumping out, I think it was like 13 posts and stories a day, which is crazy because usually that is the case with the week of the Olympia, but that's generally when I'm at the Olympia doing our usual traditional live expo coverage. We, however, weren't at the expo this year. It was taking place. I heard it was pretty good, obviously, for one of the first time back since the whole pandemic. And good amount of brands, good amount of people. Hopefully we're going to get to go next year. I believe they said they're moving it to December, and it should be back in Las Vegas. So fingers crossed that happens. We'll be going just to see how it is. I know the last one we went to in 2019 wasn't that impressive, and we probably weren't going to go to another. But with everything that's happened, I just want to get back and see the show and see it in full force. And obviously, a lot of things have changed, so it'll be good to see it back in Vegas. So the story we have from Bang is news of another entirely new flavor for the popular and obviously widely distributed Bang energy drink. And this is the first one following the whole lot of chocolata, which I've yet to try purely because I'm not overly motivated to try a carbonated chocolate drink, but I've heard mixed things. Some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, Bang has announced that it's coming out with a new flavor, and the colors are purple and orange, or like a yellowy orange. Our guess is, because we've heard a few hints and clues, and judging by the colors, our guess is this is a nectarine blueberry Bang energy drink. The colors match, the flavors sound about right. So the other catch with this one is that while they are just teasing it and we don't know if that's the flavor for sure, the catch with this flavor is that it's only going to be available at the Vitamin Shop. The brand is promoted as an exclusive to the giant retailer, and from what I know, it's launching within like the next week or two or something, so we'll probably have the full reveal soon. And the place to go to get it will obviously be the Vitamin Shop, assuming they'll have it on their website as well as in the mountainous stores across the country. But feel free to check it out on the site, and of course have your guess at what flavor it might turn out to be. Our next story is actually going to keep us in the energy drink category, and this is a fun one and a very, very, very cool looking one, might I add. So Ray's from Rep Sports, obviously, Ray's energy drink. Since June, I think it was, since June, they've been doing a limited edition flavor of Ray's energy drink, dropping at the end of each month, and it's impressive to see. I say this a lot, and I said this back when Black Market did it. If you can remember, Black Market used to do special edition flavors for some of its pre-workouts every month, like clockwork. It was incredibly impressive, because just the consistency. I know it sounds simple, but not many brands have been able to do it that well. And Black Market did it. Obviously, they don't do it anymore, but they did it like clockwork for years. And so to see a beverage company do it, such as Ray's, in doing a limited edition flavor every month, again, it's even more impressive. Obviously, the production that goes into an energy drink is not the same as a pre-workout. So it just again, it's fun, it's exciting, and I know a lot of effort goes into these things to pump stuff out every month. I know Alpha Lion is doing the same as well with its pre-workout of the month. It's doing 2 new flavors, or 2 limited edition flavors, one for a different pre-workout every month, and so they've been doing that strong. But yeah, anyway, topic of this conversation is Ray's energy drink. So they've been doing a new limited edition flavor every month since June. It all started with strawberry lemonade, then we've got another one in July, August, September, and so the next one lined up for October is obviously Halloween themed. You kind of saw that coming. We'd seen Rays do go on to that Halloween theme for Voodoo, if you remember. That was kind of a whole Halloween themed flavor when that one came out a few years ago. But so Rays is getting in on the action, getting in on the fun, and surprisingly, while the June, July, August, September flavors that they've announced were all teased in the latter stages of the month, and then they were kind of revealed in the last week, and then we got the full launch at the end of the month. That is not the case this time around for October. The brand has just come out. It named the flavor, which we shared, and they gave us a description, which again we shared, and then it gave us a full reveal. And this was all before we were even a third of the way through October. And the news is that Rays is actually launching this flavor on the 13th, giving you plenty of time to get your hands on it in the lead up to Halloween. But anyway, the flavor is called Franken Sour. And as you could probably guess, based on the name, it is a Halloween-themed sour candy flavor. And based on the description the brand was giving us, it says that it compared it, or when making the flavor, it tried a lot of classic sour candies such as Warheads and Now and Later, and basically that was what it was going for. It was going for that highly intense sour flavor, just an all-out sour candy experience. So if you're not a fan of sour flavors, I would advise probably not grabbing this one, because while I know that there's some beverages out there that they'll say they're doing a sour flavor, or they'll have sour in the name, they really just try and give you a hint or like a touch just to be like, okay, yeah, that's a bit sour, like still drinkable, but it has that hint of sour, and it, you get the kind of theme of it. Rays is making this thing sound like you're gonna taste it and you'll be like, holy shit, that's sour, like just too much kind of thing. And knowing Rays and the fact that this is a limited edition flavor, so by the time you've tried or even get it on your doorstep, there's a very good chance they would have sold out anyway. I suspect this thing being damn sour. And based on them just comparing, describing, and drawing the similarities to the likes of Warheads, and just sort of saying that's kind of the target, I think that's where it's going to land. But that one's launching on the 13th. So this coming Wednesday, it'll be available through the brand's online store. And if it's like any other of the limited edition flavors the brand has launched, you can count on there being some sort of introductory deal, whether it be like a bulk pack to get some discount, or a free tea, or whatever. They always kind of have some sort of deal with these, but I would suggest getting in quick, because these things have gone really, really fast. This one looks like and sounds like it's going to be in high demand, especially with that nice Halloween tie-in. Also, be sure to head to the site and check that out, because the can that they've put together on this one, I know Rays always puts together some awesome looking cans, but man, did they come through on this one. They've got a nice little Frankenstein's monster tucked into the background, so check it out. But so from there we shoot to the next story, which takes us to the European market, and it is that time of year. So if you're at all familiar with the European market and the UK market, something that a lot of functional brands do, and a few of the sports nutrition companies, sports supplement companies, but mostly functional, they just pump out advent calendars. I have to imagine there's someone in Europe that just makes them for everyone, whatever size they need, for whatever they need to put in it, whether it be protein bars or protein sample packet, they just make it for them. It is that time of year. It's almost like the fall pumpkin pie flavors we see from companies. It's like that. Just every functional brand comes out with an advent calendar. We've seen many, many do it in the past. And they're slowly rolling out this month. To get everyone in the mood. I guess everyone wants to kind of have it in time for December. For those that don't know, obviously, Advent calendar is the countdown calendar for Christmas. They'll have little dates written on them to basically you open each window on each day of December right up until Christmas, and behind each window is some sort of surprise. And coming from supplement companies, functional food brands, they don't fill it with chocolates, well, high sugar chocolates. They fill it with protein treats, protein bars, again, protein powders. And the thing started. European companies are coming out with them left, right, and center. We've been sharing them on the site, obviously, as a huge fun, especially because European brands like to take this opportunity to not just give you an advent calendar and, I guess, give you the nostalgic excitement of opening a door each day and giving you a protein treat rather than a high sugar chocolate. They take this opportunity to give you all new products. And so the brands that we've seen come out with these advent calendars already include MyProtein, who has put together a beast of a calendar. It's got drawers, and then in each of those drawers you have the little compartments for the days. And Multi-Power out of Europe has also got one. Rocket Nutrition has 3. One is based on its No Way protein powder, if I remember. One is based on its Smacktastic flavoring powder, and then the other one is a combination of a few. I think it's sort of like a blend of various different protein snacks and products. I'm trying to remember. There's another one. Damn, it's not coming to mind. But yeah, Rocket Nutrition has done 3, and they're a good example of what I mean by the limited exclusive stuff. So Rocket Nutrition, German brand, they have in their No Way calendar, 15 of the windows has a completely new flavor of their No Way protein powder, plant-based protein powder. So 9 you'll be familiar with. The other 15 will be completely new. Then you have the Smacktastic calendar, which of its 24 compartments, 11 of them are entirely new flavors. And then you have the big giant one, the kind of premier one, which is a lot more expensive as well. Of the 24 windows, 19 of those have entirely new special edition products exclusive to the calendar. So it's really cool when brands do this. I've always been a big fan of companies that have pumped these out, and they're fun. Again, essentially you're paying for a box of 24 samples or whatever, but when they infuse these limited exclusive approaches, it just spices it up and actually does make it quite a surprise. Obviously, if you knew they were only putting in products they had available, yes, it would be a surprise what it turned out to be, but at the same time, you might have already tried it. Got7 Nutrition is another functional brand that's got one coming. We haven't got details on it yet, but if I remember correctly, they were the first one I'd ever seen really spice things up and just pack out their calendar with exclusive products. And I'm just, their one will be out soon. We'll have details. But previous years, they've put in some crazy products. Some have eventually been, get a full release and availability. But they, I wouldn't be surprised if, I'm pretty sure one year, everything in there was exclusive and limited. So, yeah, check them out. Follow along. If you're in Europe, damn lucky for you, because again there's a lot to choose from, and we'll keep you updated. But yeah, the Rocker one, I think the MyProtein one is going up for pre-order early this week. Multi-Power has one, and yeah, we'll keep you in the loop. That was the other one. I was almost slipped my mind, was the gaming company Level Up. They've come out with an advent calendar, and I thought it was absolutely cool because I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen a gaming supplement company do an advent calendar. We only just started following them, so they might have done it last year, I don't know. But basically, there's 24 windows filled with samples of their energy-enhancing gaming supplement, and much like those other brands, the functional companies like Rocker and Got7, they've taken this opportunity to give fans a true experience, and of their 24 windows, you get a combination of top-selling flavors that have been discontinued, and flavors that have never been to market. So, again, they're packing one hell of an experience. It's a great time. It's obviously the holidays and everyone wants to have fun, so Yeah, definitely check that out. And if you're in Europe, have fun. If you get one, message us, let us know what you get and then what you see in there. It's a great time of year. The next story we have is from another energy drink company, following on from the Bang and Raise news, and that is Rockstar Energy. So if you can remember, I think it was at the start of last month, Rockstar put out a teaser hinting that it had something coming in partnership with Halo Infinite, which is the long-awaited entry in the Halo video game series. And we speculated a lot of things. We kind of thought that it might be some sort of content collaboration where you sort of buy cans and get in-game exclusives, only because we had seen Rockstar do this with Cyberpunk 2077, and it was really cool to see how in-depth they went. Now, the full details on this Rockstar Halo Infinite collaboration have come to light as the promotion itself launched on October 1st, and they did not disappoint. If you are a Halo fan or even a Rockstar fan, they've put together some pretty awesome shit. So they've got 5 energy drinks, 4 of which are special edition versions of some that are already available, such as the Rockstar Original and Rockstar Sugar Free. And so they've basically created alternative branding for each of these drinks. So they got like a Master Chief, who's the lead character from the Halo video game series, and they've got different artwork of him on the cans. And so they're basically specially marked cans. Again, there's 5 in total. 4 of them are specially marked versions of products that you would have already tried if you're a Rockstar fan. The 5th is an entirely new flavor with Blackberry Goji. And so that's actually what they did with Cyberpunk 2077. They did specially marked cans, and one of them was an all new flavor. And the way it works is basically you buy these cans, and under the tabs is a code that you enter on a website, and you can redeem these. So each time you redeem a tab, it earns you sort of a in-game reward. And things like skins for weapons for Halo Infinite, which is launching in December, and then also automatically entering the tabs, so the tab codes in the website, get you an entry into the draw to win Halo Infinite Xbox bundles, Halo Infinite the game itself, and a pretty damn sweet custom Jeep Gladiator, which is themed around Halo, of course, and they customized the shit out of this thing. We've got a picture on our site, so if you go to the site, type in Rockstar Halo, you can see a picture of it, but you got to go to the Rockstar website where you can enter the tab codes, because they show you a full breakdown of just how much they've customized this thing. And that's the grand prize. And so those things like the video game and the Xbox bundle and those things you go in the draw to win just by simply entering the tab. So even if you don't want to get the rewards for the game and build up that way, you can just enter the code and get yourself in the draw for some of those prizes. But it's a pretty cool promotion. Again, I really liked when they did it with Cyberpunk 2077. I suspected they were going to do it with Halo Infinite, and that's indeed what they've done. And the cans look awesome. And I always like seeing joint collaborations like this, not just because I'm a video game fan and a Halo fan as well, but I like when companies into promote like this, and it's like a balance for Halo and Rockstar in one, and they got the full Jeep customized, and it kind of, even if you're not an energy drink fan, if you're just a fan of Halo, you might go out and buy these drinks just because you're a fan. You may never have even tried an energy drink, but it brings you into that world, and it may eventually be like, oh, I actually like this energy drink. I like the feel. What other ones are out there? And that kind of opens people up, and vice versa. People who are Rockstar fans who may never even touch a video game might be inclined to be like, I know someone with an Xbox, got some rewards, may as well check out what it's like. So it's a nice blend of both worlds, and I do like seeing that. And just, again, it opens up fans on both sides who may not have been introduced to either for whatever reason. But yeah, check out the cans, definitely. If not on our site, go to your local store. You'll probably see them in there soon, if not already. The next story we have for you is from Mutant, who finally launched its long-awaited stimulant pre-workout. If you remember, this product was mentioned multiple times on a podcast we did with the man behind Mutant, as well as PVL, and Jim McMahon, and he kind of hinted and teased little bits in here about the pre-workout. And leading up to the full reveal, because they promised to launch it and unveil it on the first day of the Olympia, which indeed they did. And they promised full dosages, comprehensive pre-workout, and that's kind of what they gave you. If you're a fan of the likes of pre-gym, I'd even say pre-cage from Cage Muscle, Mutant has really gone for that balanced kind of premium, comprehensive approach. They've got full dosages of ingredients just to kind of cover you on all the core effects. BCAAs are in there, which is why I kind of said pre-gym. Pre-gym is one of the only other pre-workouts or big pre-workouts that I know that uses BCAAs, and that's the kind of approach they've gone with. And they did say this was going to be different from Mutant Madness, which is Mutant's very high stim pre-workout that's been on the market for years. They wanted to kind of step away from that. So you kind of knew when they said that this was going to be something less stim focused, more performance and pump and strength focused. And that's kind of what you get with the BCAAs. Obviously there to support recovery. And I know not everyone uses BCAAs in their pre-workout, but it kind of gives you that comprehensive feel. And then you get several other ingredients as well, with citrulline malate at 6 grams, beta-alanine at 3.2, creatine monohydrates in there too at 3 grams. So it's a very strong mainstream pre-workout for me. Like I said, right in line with pre-gym, right in line with pre-caged, and kind of what you want to see from these big name brands. Mostly because when it comes to legacy brands like this, they don't always give you something you want, and it's been nice to see a trend upwards where companies are actually coming out with full formulas. And we kind of saw this from Mutant, because obviously the brand that people behind Mutant, the same people behind PVL, and they launched a pre-workout this year as well, and a similar approach with that kind of comprehensive performance focus, not so much the high stim feel. So yeah, you can check that on the site. They have actually a really, really awesome deal on, and I'm checking now, it's still available. So they have tubs on their website for $49.99, and there's 18 full servings in this, which is a little less than the 20 or 21 or even 25 that we've seen from other kind of big premium pre-workouts. But they also have a trial size tub on there for $4.99. So I don't know if that's off or whatever, but that's a crazy good deal. It's been at $4.99 since they launched on Friday. It's just, again, a solid deal. Obviously you can buy 3 of those for $15 and you get the same amount of servings you would in the full size tub. So it might be some sort of very limited time offer just to kind of get people to give it a try. Maybe there's a limit of 1, I don't really know, but for $4.99 for 6 servings, versus that $49.99 for 18, it's well worth getting on. And again, it'd be a great chance to try it, and find out if you like it and want to pick up a full size tub. But the last story we have comes from 5 Hour Energy, so another energy drink story, and it's a big one because, again, 5 Hour Energy, known for its on-the-go compact little 60ml shots. They came out with an energy drink, basically upsized their original 5 Hour Energy shot formula and put it into a carbonated energy drink with 0 sugar. It's pretty interesting to see. We've seen a lot of companies come into the energy drink market, mostly like sports nutrition. I say mostly, but that's kind of the brands we follow, so those are ones we're probably going to see. But we've seen a mountain of energy drink brands come out of the works lately, and it's even this would probably be one of the big ones, I guess, because again, 5 Hour Energy is known for its energy shots. It's one of the biggest shot brands out there, and it's stepping into the energy drink market, and it's seen reason to jump into the energy drink market. It's saturated as it is. It's seen It thinks that it can have a good shot, make some noise, get some competition. And what they've done is basically, like I said, they've taken the main ingredients or the blend that's in the 5-hour energy extra strength. So the 2 gram blend that you get in that is pretty much what you get in the energy drink, including taurine, malic acid, N-acetyl L-tyrosine, phenylalanine, acetylcholine, and caffeine at 230 milligrams. So basically the experience you get in the extra strength shot, because the regular one has 200 milligrams and the blend is slightly lighter than 2 grams, but the experience you get from the shot is pretty much what you're going to get in the 5-hour energy drink. But of course, it's a full 16-ounce can to enjoy and taste and savor with full carbonation. And again, I said it has 0 sugar, it also has 0 calories, so it's completely nutritionally friendly. And there are 3 flavors available to start with: watermelon, grape, and berry. So really not too many details needed to know more about it. Just 5-hour energy. 5-hour energy has turned its original, or its 5-hour energy extra strength shot into something you can enjoy at a full-size can, carbonated and no calories. You can check that out on the site. We share the announcement and with a full link of where you can buy it. The brand has already put it up on its site. It's also not all that expensive, and they've kept the packs pretty small. So instead of having to buy like a case like you do when sports nutrition brands usually launch energy drinks, 5-hour energy has packs of 4 for $13.40, which works out about $3.35 each. So it's not as cost effective, I guess, as if you were to buy those big 12 can cases, but at the same time it's a lower price to give it a go. You don't have to buy 12 to see if you like it or not. If you're fans of variety packs like us, they do have one. It's $10.05, which still works out to that same $3.35 a can, and you get one of each of the 3 flavors. But thank you for listening. That'll do it for this episode. Look forward to having you next week, and as always, follow the website. Definitely keep an eye on it as the month goes on, because the Protein Wars is going to be announced. Pretty sure it's this month, and then we'll have the date set and kick it off in November. The Protein Wars, of course, is our annual protein powder showdown where we hunt down the most popular protein powder with our audience. We have seen a mountain of awesome winners over the years. There have been two-time champ was NutriBio. Man Sports was also a 2-time champ, if I remember correctly. MTS Nutrition's Machine Whey has taken the title. Salucor's Core Whey took the original championship. The most recent one was, of course, Pro Gym, who has a very strong fan base and just really won out last year, where we actually changed the rules. I think last year was the first year that we decided to, instead of let you kind of everyone vote every day, so one person would give 7 votes, or could give 7 votes, we decided to keep it to 1 per fan. And it didn't change the results up too much, but Pro Gym kind of came in and just smoked it. And it does make sense, I guess, because obviously with that kind of format, loyal fans wouldn't be able to vote that 7 times, whereas if you have multiple fans, it would kind of win out. So it was a cool structure to do, and we liked it. I think it kept it a little more authentic and not as super crazy with people spamming shit every day. So we're going to be continuing that this year and see if Pro Gym can defend its title. Once again, we are putting together a completely custom championship ring. I do love doing these. They look damn awesome, and we'll make sure we get some pictures up of the 2021 ring on the website. But stay tuned for that. We'll have details on the website as always. Follow the site, stack.com, or Stack3d if people like to say it. Thank you for listening.